The biggest problem with going to prison is the unknown. You're afraid of everything in prison. In the summer of 2021, I started fasting, and that was the light bulb. As of 6 p.m. tonight, I've done 51 fasts of over 90 hours in a row, every week, for 51 weeks. Every single action, every single word, every single thought, when you haven't eaten in 5 days, you process very carefully. So it's a very different me. I discovered this fasting thing has triggered a regrowth. It triggers brain-derived neurotropic factor. And after 5 days of fasting, you've got 2,000% of the normal brain-derived neurotropic factor, BDNF, and my neurons are growing like left and right. It's like I got this new brain. I got all these new emotions. I cry a lot. It's weird. It's like I'm super emotional. I'm super connected with my heart and my spirit. And it's all because my brain is growing. It's like I got this teenager's brain.
The basis of my friendship with Greg all started with a tiny plastic packet of peanut butter. And Greg only eats peanut butter, mackerel, and fruit. So every sack lunch during the pandemic, you got 1 packet of peanut butter. Well, when you don't eat chips, you don't eat bread, you don't eat anything else, you don't eat jelly, obviously you need the protein, and so that's why he was always trying to get his hands on peanut butter packs.
So these here are mackerel, and they are used in prison as currency. Each one is $1. They're also highly nutritious. They're one of the best foods you can eat in prison. They've got 16 grams of protein, 110 calories. They're in soybean oil, which is healthy. And it's raw fish, it's uncooked. A little salty, a little bit too much sodium, but welcome to prison.
Now, I'm a fan of fasting. I have fasted for 24 hours straight, no food, no water, or anything like that. Greg fasts for like 90 hours. And I told him, I said, you're crazy. But he loves it, and it works for him.
On a quantum biology level, the brain is a quantum machine. The brain has something called quantum coherence. In order to operate our consciousness, the brain needs to be in a state of quantum coherence. And quantum coherence is disrupted by the presence of glucose in your system. The punchline to all of this is when you eat sugar every day, you have no quantum coherence. You have limited quantum coherence. You don't have an ability to connect with your fellow human beings. Really what's happening to most humans, unfortunately, is they eat too much and too often. And that sends them into a decoherent state. Over the last 21 months, from fasting and being in prison, I'm genetically a different person. And so, genetically, I'm never going back to who I was. Intellectually, spiritually, on all those levels.